Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha. Today I'm going to be sharing with you an eyeshadow look featuring the Revolution Pro Regeneration palette Restoration. This one retails for £8. You can pick it up, and I hope that I'm right today when I say that you can pick it up from the revolutionbeauty.com site, the superdrug.com site, and of course you can pick it up from Superdrug stores that are stocking this range. What I will say is, if it is available in any of those or those two stores, I'll link it down below. Yesterday I said that a product that I was featuring was available when in fact it wasn't available on the Revolution Beauty site, and then when I looked at Superdrug they were doing maintenance, so I couldn't link it anywhere. So apologies for that, but if this one is available or wherever it's available, I'll link it down below for you. And Superdrug, the website, is actually available this morning. I've already checked. This is a beautiful neutral palette and something that I will get a lot of use out of. I love wearing the brights, and obviously these colours here will give me those pops of colour, but I also like on a daily basis to wear neutral shades with just that little bit pop of colour. That's what I like to wear. I also like the fact that there's a dusky rose in here, and obviously I'm going to go through all of the swatches with you as well. But yeah, I think this is a beautiful palette, and I can't wait. I can't wait actually to share it with you so I can use it, you know, on a daily basis. First of all, I'm going to just talk about my lip colour that I'm wearing, the lip combination. The lip liner is the Revolution Renaissance lip liner in Chauffeur. I can't remember how much these are, but I think they're either £4 or £5. It looks like that. I want to mention this because the shade is absolutely beautiful. Now I've put the lip liner all around the lip, and there's the shade Chauffeur. So I put it all around the lip, and then I've just come in on the edges and filled that in a little bit, and then the star of the show, this beautiful colour, and it looks incredibly light on the website, but if you like this lip look then do pick it up, and it's the Revolution Pro Supreme Lipstick in Heroine. I absolutely love this combination, and that baby pink in the middle just really pops. So this is Heroine. It's just stunning. Let me just swatch it beside. Now this is one of those lipsticks that I thought, I'm not going to use it, it's too light. But when you put a lip liner with the shade Heroine, and if you're similar colouring to me, then this is going to work exactly the same as how I've applied it today. I love these lipsticks so much. This is much more of a cream finish. It's very comfortable, absolutely beautiful. So that's the shade Heroine with the lip liner Chauffeur. I had to mention that because I'm just loving it. So getting back to, now just going to place the palette where I can see the shade names. So I'm now going to go through all of the swatches. So starting with this one here. So this is the top row, and you've got No Limit. Let me just see if I can get closer. I've got the mirror there as well. So that's No Limit. Then you have got Poster. So those first two shades are matte. The third one, Heartache, is much more of a shimmer. Then you have another matte, that beautiful mauvey colour called Baby. Then you've got Rotterdam, and then No Doubt there. And they are all matte, I believe. Are they all matte? I think Rotterdam has a bit of shimmer as well, but it's what I would call a velvet. It's certainly not. There's a tiny bit of shimmer in, which one? That one. But not as much as... Let me just start again. Am I confusing myself? So this is Rotterdam, and it's got a little bit of shimmer, but it's hardly noticeable. So I would call that like a velvet finish. And then this one here, which was Heartache, that is, I would say, the only real shimmer out of the first row. Then moving on to the second row, we have got Ponytail. We've then got Queen. I love that. Neighbours. So all of those so far are matte. Then we've got the first shimmer of the second row, and that is French Braid. Then we have 1992, again that's a matte. And then we have this shade here, which is like a stone shade called Share. So all of those are matte apart from that one there. Then we move on to the bottom row and we start off with Firestarter. That's again a matte. We've got No Scrubs, again a matte. Brittany, that is very much like my skin colour, again a matte. Then we have Devil Red, which is, you can see that that's a shimmer. And then we have Friends, which is that neutral brown. And then we have Closing Time, which is your black shade. And again, those are matte. So out of all of these shades, you have got Heartache, which is a shimmer. Rotterdam, which is that one there, which is, I would say, a velvet. It's certainly not as intense as that one. So then you've got this one here, which is called a French Braid. That's a shimmer. And then you've got a shimmer here in the shade Devil Red. But all of the others are all mattes. So if you like mattes with just a couple of shimmers, you are going to love this palette. And the quality from these are amazing. I'm just loving these so much. Like I said in yesterday's video, I've only got 2 of these Regeneration palettes remaining. I have got, I'll just go through them. I've got Trends Azure and I've got Trends Mischief Maker. So I've got these 2 left. If you want me to do a particular one, so that's Trends Mischief Maker, which is this one, and it's a bright palette, but it's a mixture of mattes and shimmers. And then I've got the Trends Azure, Azure, I hope I'm saying that correctly. I've had a few mispronunciations this week. And then this one, Trends Azure, and that one is, I would say, some matte with some, you've got those marbled effects in there. So yeah, let me know down below which one you would like me to share next, and I'll certainly do that for you. Okay, now, what shall I start with? I think I'm going to have to start with that shade Baby, which is, let me just get it right, it's that one there. I'm feeling very dusky rose pink. I mean, that lipstick, I'm just absolutely loving it. And of course, I'm going in with my trusty eye contour brush. And yeah, as always, they are a little bit dusty, but the pigmentation on these is amazing. So let's see what this shade looks like. Oh, I love that already. This is definitely a classic, like I say, classic Samantha palette, because it's just one of those palettes that I will use time and time again. I just love that colour. If you love dusky rose colours, you're going to love that shade. And I really like the names in these palettes that they've come up with. I love the name Queen for anything. And I saw someone in, I think it was Norwich Primark, probably a student who worked in there a while ago now, and her name was Queenie, and I absolutely loved that. You don't hear that name very much anymore, and I really loved it. But yeah, love this shade Baby. I'm just running that underneath the eye, as I always do, because I like to put the lightest shade down so that that then gives me a nice base to work with. But even though this is a transitional shade, or I'm using it as a transitional shade, it really has got, you know, a nice colour to it. And I'm so happy that I'm saying this, but today in Norfolk it is no coat weather. We have actually got some sun and it's warm, and I think it must be the warmest day that we've had this year, and I'm so thrilled. It makes you feel so good when you've got that sun on your face. So that's the first shade, Baby. Now I want to deepen it up, and I am going to go in with one of those deeper pink shades to just deepen that up a little bit. I'm not sure whether to go for No Doubt or Firestarter. I think I'm going to go in with Firestarter because you've got two very similar shades, but this one, No Doubt, is a little bit lighter than Firestarter, and I want to deepen up the crease. So just getting a little bit of that and then putting that in the crease. I want to keep this quite pink, very, very girly. That's why I've got my lovely pink crushed velvet t-shirt on today. It's definitely t-shirt weather. I can't believe it. At last. I felt like we were never going to see the sun ever again with the amount of snow that we've had, bearing in mind that last year we didn't have any snow. So it's been such a strange start to the year for weather. So I'm just using that Firestarter shade again on the other eye, just keeping that in the crease there. I don't want the red necessarily to overtake the whole look. I still want to keep a little bit of duskiness to it, dusky pink. I'd also really like your feedback or to hear from any of you if you've tried a pink-eyed look, which you don't usually use, and then neutralised it by putting the brown in the corner, which is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to use, I think I'm going to have to go in with the shade Ponytail, which is this one here, and just neutralise that a little bit. Although I must say it's not, you know, too in your face, you know, pink. You know, it's quite neutral for me, I suppose. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that colour, Ponytail. Like I say, I love the names of these. And I also really, really appreciate anyone who commented with support yesterday, you know, to complete all of these products from Revolution Pro, and that you want to see them. I really, really appreciate you taking the time and letting me know, because, you know, I've not done as long a series before where I'm showing and sharing products, but I know how important it is for anyone who particularly lives overseas and not necessarily in the UK, who cannot get, you know, to a store. Like, you know, we're lucky in the UK to be able to go to Superdrug and actually see these products, and, you know, I prefer that as well. But if you can't, then, you know, these videos are, you know, very invaluable, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I really, really appreciate the time that you know, that you took to let me know. So I've added that colour, Ponytail, and I'm really pleased with the look, because sometimes when you use those red shades, they overtake, but this hasn't. Yes, it's definitely you know, got that red tone to it, but I wanted it to be more of a dusky, you know, pink kind of look. And also I didn't want it to be too heavy, too dark. I wanted it to be, you know, daytime appropriate, which it is. So I'm really pleased with that. Now I'm moving on to the shimmer. So I'm just having a look at what shimmer. Now, there are only 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 with that Rotterdam, you know, shimmers in here. And Heartache and French Braid are very similar, but I think Heartache, which is the one on the first row, that one there, seems to have a little bit more pink in it from the swatch there. That one looks a little bit more pink, that one looks a little bit peach. So I'm going to get Heartache on my finger and then just apply that on the lid. . again, it's applying very, very nicely. I love the shimmers in these palettes. They really are. They're beautiful. They're not, and I've mentioned it so many times now, they're not clumpy, they're not heavy shimmers, they haven't got great big chunks of glitter, and they really glide onto the lid and they stay put. They're that kind of formulation. I absolutely love it. If you want a really intense shimmer, then of course you can add perhaps a spray to give you that intensity, but I just love these so much. Now, because that is such a light colour, I'm going to also pop that around the inner corner as well. Love that. It's exactly the kind of look that I wanted today, and that palette has given me that. I know that the last two palettes that I'm going to share with you are, one in particular is definitely on the bright side. The other one, Azure, Trends Azure, that one definitely has, it's a neutral, very similar to this, but then it's got those pops of, you know, marbled eyeshadows that look very intense. So yeah, I'll be very intrigued to see how those work on the eye as well. But it's always nice to see, even though this one and the last one of those Supreme, I'm talking about the smaller ones, this is the last one I've got to share, but the other Supreme, the very last video that I've done for that one didn't have as much impact or, you know, shelf appeal, I suppose, as perhaps the first two that I shared. And this is similar. You look at it and you think, you know, oh, you know, that's a little bit, it's not got the appeal as perhaps, you know, the brighter ones that I've just shared with you, but it just looks absolutely beautiful. Just gorgeous. It's one of those palettes that I think could be underestimated because, you know, it hasn't got those pops of colour or it hasn't got those marbled eyeshadows, but it's one of those necessary palettes to give us those beautiful looks every single day. And I am absolutely in love with this look. It matches everything that I'm wearing today, you know, and it works. That's what I really, really like. It works with the lip colour, which I'm absolutely obsessed with, and yeah, it works with my top. So I hope that that has helped if you're thinking, should I, shouldn't I get this palette? I'll definitely be interested to hear which of the other remaining two palettes that you would be interested in seeing. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you got this palette and are you loving it as much as I definitely will be in the next few or upcoming weeks when I use it? So yeah, I'd love your thoughts on that. And as always, if you aren't subscribed and you have just stumbled across my channel, please do subscribe. If you are as much of a fan of Revolution products, whether it's Revolution Pro, Revolution, what is the other ones? Revolution. They've just changed their name, but if you love anything from the Revolution Beauty site, as much as I do, then do subscribe to watch further videos. And yeah, I'm loving sharing all of these products with you, and yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts, and of course I would love it if you subscribe. But until tomorrow, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.